Welcome back to my channel. I'm Katrina. My channel's name is Katrina's Creations. So this video is going to be a bit of a two-part video. I'm going to be showing you what I have been up to, what I've finished. As you can see, it's finished. And also I've got a mini yarn haul. I did try. And I've also got some questions that I need to answer that was set out by Zoe from 24 Carat Crochet about crafty things and stuff like that. So, first of all, as you can see, it is finished. It's finished. I don't know if you can notice the sleeves. I've got the sleeves as identical as I possibly could. But yes, it is done, and I feel if I was to make one of these again, I would make a smaller size, because as you can see, it's quite big on me. I don't know whether to wash it and stick it in tumble dryer, because it might shrink. I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, I haven't weighed it. I'm not sure how much it weighs, because I had the cakes from Lolly's Little Wool Shack. Now, I don't think they were 200 grams. I think they were over 100, but they weren't 200 grams, and I used about 5. Oh, I don't know. So I do need to weigh it and find out exactly how much it weighs. Haven't done that yet, but it is very nice. I do like it, and it keeps me very warm. As soon as I put this on, I feel really warm. So I'm very proud. My first item of clothing for myself for 2018, and that was one of my goals, to make myself more stuff, which I have already started doing. So yeah, it is done. I used a 4mm hook for this, and as I said, it was the cakes from Lolly's Little Wool Shack that I got sometime last year. I can't remember how much they were. They were on offer though. They weren't expensive. And I've got another, I think 5 or 6 cakes, the same sort of yarn, but in different colour. So I still don't know what I'm going to make with that yet. So that's one thing that I've got done. Since I finished that, I have been back working on my granny squares for the blanket I've been doing. I did these yesterday, and then I put one on, join as you go. So as you know, I've been doing join as you go, but I haven't done any more. I'm going to do the rest of that today. So yes, it's looking very lovely. I don't know how I'm going to do the colours, because there's this colour, and then there's another colour that isn't on this yet. I don't know whether to repeat them in the same order or do them as a mirror image and have them going from the last colour that I used outwards, sort of thing, if you get what I mean. So that's something I've got to work out what I'm doing. So yes, that's all with Karen Simply Soft, and I got all of that yarn from subscribing to Simply Crochet magazine. Is it Simply Crochet? I don't even know where I put the latest magazine I got. I think it was Simply Crochet. I got, was it 7 skeins? Yeah, 7 skeins of yarn when you subscribe to the magazine. So I subscribed and I got the 7 skeins, and there was nothing in particular that I wanted to do with it, and it did come with a pattern to make a blanket, but it was, is this the pattern here? I'll show you. I've got the pattern right here. So fold it so you can't actually see the pattern. So it was circles within a square sort of thing. I think Randy's doing something like this at the moment. But I didn't want that. I just thought I'd just do grannies. Grannies are quite simple, easy to do. You can do them with your eyes closed. Yeah, I've used nearly every colour, and I've bordered it in white, and as I'm doing the border of each square in white, I'm then joining as I go. The only thing that I'm dreading about this project, and I have tried to do it as I'm going along, is the ends. See, I've done these 2 rows, but I haven't done these 2 rows yet, and I've got loads. There's going to be loads and loads and loads of ends. I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But yeah, it will look pretty when it's finished, and it will be on my sofa. So then when I'm recording, you might see it behind me, depending on what sofa I put it on actually. But so yeah, that is what I have been doing. I did say in previous videos that I am not trying to have any more than 2 projects on the go at one time. So obviously I finished this project now, and that project I'm now working on until I found another project that I wanted to work on, which I have. I'll show you that in a second, and this one's not for me, as per usual, it's for other people. But before I go into that, over last week, I went onto Facebook, as you do, and I see one of my lovely friends, say no names, he knows who he is, wrote a post about Aldi having yarn on Sunday. And I was like, oh no, why did he have to put the post up? Because now I know, and I'm going to want to go. And then I was like, right, I'm not going. I'm going to do my shopping in the week, so I don't need anything. I've got no reason to go to Aldi. No, that didn't happen. I went shopping on Sunday, which was yesterday, and I went in Aldi, and they had cakes, and I couldn't help myself. I bought cakes and some other yarn as well. So I wasn't as bad as what I've usually been. And I do plan on using these up pretty quickly. So I've got this first of all. This is just a plain white double knit, all 100-gram balls. It's by So Crafty. Yep, So Crafty. The colour number is K010. So yeah, 4 of those. I'm sure that was $3.99. $3.99. So it works out around £1 a ball. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I got one of those because you can never have enough white, and you can never, well, I say you can never have enough black, but black's a pain in the bum to work with. So I picked up that. They had the big balls of Aran, the 400-gram balls, but last time they had that there, I picked some up, so I didn't need any of those. And the thicker yarn that's like, oh, what's that brand? Oh, is it Burnett Blanket? It's a Burnett yarn. It's like that, but it's that thicker, soft, really soft yarn. You can make teddies and stuff with that. They had that, but I didn't really fancy that. And they also had some pom-pom yarn. I've got pom-pom yarn. So I didn't need none of that either. So, yeah, just this. Then they had cakes. And from what I saw, they had 4 different colours. And I didn't know which colour to get. So I got one of each colour, as you do. Good old tea. You know what I'm like. So, first one. You can't even really see it that well. Try and get it so it's not glaring. So this is blue. Got quite a few different blues in there. It's like a dark blue to start with, then maybe like an aqua blue, then like a sky blue. No, I'd say a lighty blue, then a sky blue, then a navy blue. So this is So Crafty again. It's called Rainbow Yarn Blue. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, 200 grams, 350 meters. Has it got colour on there? No, and that's basically all the information it gives you, which is a bit disappointing really. When I was in Aldi, there was another couple of ladies there, and they was looking at these. And the lady said to me, is that double knit? I said, no, that's too thick to be double knit. It looks more of an Aran weight. I might get one out and show you in a second. She's like, oh, that's what I thought. So, yeah, Aran weight, 250 grams. So I've got the blue one. Then, oh, this bag's going to fall. Hold on. Then I got orange. It's like an orangey, I'm trying to think what sort of colours is that. So it's like an orange, but a light orange, then a lighter orange, and a dark orange, and like a burnt orange. Basically, it's orange. So I got that one. Then I got this one. So this is pinks. You can see better that side, yeah. And the last one I got was this one. Isn't that lovely? So I bought one of each, and then when I came home and I thought, oh, 200 grams, what can I make? And then I was like, I should have bought 2 of every colour, because I'm not sure if that will be enough to make a project, but it will possibly be enough. I found a pattern. I bought those colours with my nieces and my nephew in mind. Obviously I've got there's the the pink, the orange and the reddy ones I can use for my nieces, and the blue I can use for my nephew. I found something I can make for the girls, but for my nephew I haven't really found anything yet. There isn't that much out there for boys. Not really. It's harder to make stuff for boys than it is for girls. So that's going to be something that I'm going to have to just think about for a while, try and work out what it is I'm going to make for him. And my sister's pregnant as well, so there's another baby on the way, so I'm going to have to make some baby bits as well. But yeah, this is, let me show you, there's a page with just pictures. Right, so this is let me put my tea down, sorry, not trying to shake you. It's called A Slice of Girls Circle. No, Summer's A Slice Girls Circle Top. I think it's it says hook size is an eye hook, but I'm sure when I saw it, that was a 5.5mm. I got this off of Ravelry. So this is the top. It's a circle top, and you see it works up at the front, and this is how it looks at the back. So I thought something like that for the summer for my nieces would actually be lovely, and they would have them all in their own colours. And I could mix these cakes with white, because I've got white Aran weight that I got from Icy Yarns that I haven't used yet. I've got, I think, four balls of those, and they're 200 grams each as well. So, where did the rest of the pattern go? It's gone on the floor somewhere. So yeah, this, I think this will be a quick and easy project that I could do for my nieces. And from what I've worked out from the pattern, you just keep working a semicircle until it's big enough for the person, the child you're making it for, and it fastens up at the back. I'm sure it says something about the straps being adjustable as well. So I've got to go through this properly. But this will be something that I will be starting for my nieces. The summer will be coming, and it'd be nice to see them in something that I've made as well. So, because I was supposed to do their unicorn jackets, but I haven't done those yet because the pattern that I had, it didn't work up to the size that I needed, and I have no clue how I'm going to adjust the pattern, so I've put that down for now and left it because I need to rip out one of the cardigans that I did and start again, and it's just like, ugh, I don't want to do that right now. So yeah, that is something that I will be working on, so you should see something coming up very, very, very soon. I also, what was I going to show you? Can't even remember. I also do want to make a few key rings as well. I bought these a while ago to make some key rings, and I still haven't actually made one yet. But I bought some of these to make some key rings. I've seen the little octopus or octopi that Sian from Sian's Crafty Corner or Lucy Coates, you would have seen them make quite a few of those. There's a video that I found for tiny ones on YouTube that you could put on a key ring. I was thinking to make a few of those just simple little projects that I could do in the day. So yeah, that's going to be something else as well. As I think my problem is with projects, I seem to work on big projects and then I get bored with them, and then it takes me extra long to finish them because I'm bored. So I've thought to myself, if I actually just start working on smaller projects, I won't have such a problem getting things finished. It'll be quicker, easier, give me more motivation to do more stuff, I suppose. So yeah, that's really it. I am going to be making some hooks not making hooks, but making some handles for some hooks this week. And I'm also going to make stitch markers to go with the hooks. And I'm going to put them on my Etsy shop. I haven't actually put anything on my Etsy shop yet, but I will do. That's something that I've been planning to do. It's just there's never enough hours in the day. Do I want to sit and crochet, or do I want to make the hooks? And I made a set of hooks not too long ago, which I sent down to Karen at Casalistics for her friend Kel, that she looks after. She's been teaching Kel to crochet, and she was having problems with some of the hooks, and the ones that I sent Karen were the ones that Kel was most comfortable using. So I made up a set, just a practice set that I was doing with the patterning, and I sent them down to Karen, and Kel liked them very much. She even messaged me and said thank you. So yeah, some point this week I do want to make another set of hooks, and I know exactly what pattern I'm going to be doing. And that's why I haven't done it yet, because it's not something that's, with the clay, it's not something that you can do quickly. It does take a while because you have to do colour blends, and you have to be working your clay to make it soft, and there's all sorts of different things that you need to know when doing it, and even like putting them in the oven and baking them, you've got to do it a certain way, because if you don't do it properly they can crack, and it's just so much stuff that you need to remember. So that is, I have tried to set myself a goal for this week. So at some point this week, I'm going to start one of these for one of my nieces, and hopefully have a finished object to show you by the end of the week. And also some hooks are going to be made as well, and I will show you them, and I want to put them on my Etsy shop. So if there's other people out there that do want to buy hooks with matching stitch markers, they're there. I'm not sure whether I want to sell them as a set or whether to sell them separately yet. I'm not sure. But yeah, it will be something that I'm going to put up on my Etsy store. So keep a lookout for that. I don't think there's anything else really I've got to tell you, apart from the fact that I keep losing my needles. You know, when you crochet and at the end you need to sew in your loose ends, and you have your needles, your darning needles. I'm always losing them. I'm continuously buying new needles because I can never, and I don't know where they go. I really don't know where they go. Car. I did say last time I got a new car. I have now sold my old car to my brother. He's got it, and he phoned me earlier telling me how pleased he was with the car because he drove all the way to Preston and back and not had one problem. Well, you shouldn't do, because I look after my cars. So yeah, he's happy, I'm happy. I'm waiting for a refund from road tax people, because my tax on that car runs out the end of June. So I sold the car the end of January, so they owe me some money. I'm waiting for that to come through. Could go buy yarn with that. But no, because I'm supposed to be on a yarn ban. I am supposed to be on a yarn ban. I have been saving up all of my ball bands. I'm going to save them up, so at the end of the year I can see how much yarn I've actually used. So far I've got a few over there that I've saved. I'm really trying not to buy yarn. But I just couldn't help it. I needed some bits. So I needed to get some bits for dinner. It was Sunday, and I had a gammon in the fridge. And I thought, oh yeah, we could have gammon with roast potatoes and veg. Then I thought about cooking a roast, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that today. I hate cooking. So I went out and did a bit of shopping and got some other bits. And while I was there, they had yarn. And the funniest thing about it was I woke up early. So it's like my brain knew I was going to Aldi. And I was sitting here pondering with myself for a while. Should I go Aldi or should I just run to Sainsbury's? What do I do? I thought, I'll just go to Aldi. there's Iceland's near it, I can go there as well. And I literally creeped out the house without the kids, because I knew if I would have, my older son was going to the gym anyway, so he was in and out, and if I would have told my younger son that I was going to Aldi and they had wool or yarn, he wanted me to buy him some. So I thought, nope, I'm going by myself. I creeped out. I went to Aldi, I went to Iceland, I popped into my friends and had a cup of tea. I was out for about 2 hours before my children had noticed I wasn't home. They phoned me, Mum, where are you? I'm around the corner, I'll be home soon. 2 hours before they noticed I wasn't here. Just goes to show how much they miss me, eh? So, yeah, that's basically it for all things yarny at present. Oh, my tea is going cold. I hate cold tea. It doesn't taste good. Right, so now I've got some questions from questions that were set out by Zoe from 24 Carat Crochet. These are all questions to do with your craft as such, what you do and vice versa. So if any of you people that watch me and I watch on YouTube that have got your own channels, if you haven't watched Zoe's video yet, and you can obviously then take the questions from my video and do your own video. So yeah, so I'm gonna, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Right, so question 1, how long have you been crocheting? I would say coming up to 18 years. And I know this for definite because I was already a knitter. I could knit. My mum taught me to knit from when I was really, really young. She taught me how to read patterns from when I was really, really young. But I didn't even really know about crochet. I remember my mum's got a massive, like a bag full with knitting needles. They're not in pairs. You could go in her bag and you could get a knitting needle that's got the number size, so you can get a knitting needle that has an 8 on it, and then another one that's a different size that actually has whether it's a 4mm, 4.5. So they're all mixtures. You'll never really see my mum knitting with an actual pair of needles. They're always mixed up. But within that bag, she always had crochet hooks, and I didn't understand what they were for when I was younger. I just used to think, what are they? They're different type of knitting needles. So I didn't know. It was once I got to, how old was I? I was 18 and I was pregnant with my first son, Dion, and my mum decided to make me a blanket. But instead of knitting like she would normally do, she was crocheting granny squares. She had this pattern for granny squares, but it wasn't the granny squares we make. It was a granny square that started off as a circle, and as you got to the last round, you squared it off. And that was the first thing I learnt to crochet, was that granny square. And I could actually crochet that square right now with no pattern, because I made it so many times. I know it off by heart. I could do it now with no pattern, even though I've not made one in about, oh God, I'd say about a good 6 years I haven't made one of those squares. So yeah, then my mum taught me how to make the squares, and I made my son a blanket out of them squares as well when I was pregnant. So yeah, he's 18 this year. So the first time I crocheted, I was pregnant with my first son. So it's been nearly 18 years, yeah. How did you learn, or who taught you? Oh, well, I just really touched on that. It's my mum. In my family, my nan was a knitter, and she taught all of her children to knit. So my mum, my aunties, they can all knit. I was taught to knit from when I was young, and then it was my mum then brought into crochet. So that's who taught me. That's how I learned. Why did I start making YouTube videos? That is a good question. My main answer to that really is I'm a crafter and I love to crochet. I love to knit. Anything to do with yarn, I love it. And I feel like within my circle of friends, not so much my family, even though my sisters are just like, oh, she's crocheting again. But within my circle of friends, I'm the only person that does something like this and they just don't understand how I get excited over making something new or buying new yarns. They just think to themselves, she's got problems. So me making videos on YouTube is me sharing my experiences, my yarn hauls, stuff that I've made with people that understand where I'm coming from and get excited about this sort of stuff as much as I do. And because of the community that we have on YouTube and the amount of people that we have here, it makes it all more worth it, because everyone's, oh, where did you get that yarn and how did you do this? And it's just like, to have people be interested in that is nice. Whereas when my sisters come over and I'm crocheting, I'm like, oh, you're crocheting again, all you do is crochet. I love to crochet. That's what keeps me sane during the days where my kids are driving me insane. So, yeah, whereas they like to go out, and one of my sisters likes to go out a lot with her friends, and she likes to get her nails done, and that's just her. Everyone's got their own vices. My vices is yarn, everyone else's vices is something different. But it's just, the only person I can really talk to about it is my mum. But then my mum thinks I'm crazy with the amount of yarn that I buy, apart from when she's stealing it. But yeah, she does. Even yesterday I put up a status saying about, I don't know how it happened, but I ended up in Aldi, and my mum was like, more wool? I was like, yes, mum. So she'll be over at some point this week to see what she can have. So yeah, I think that was the main reason for starting a video. It's just having people that you can talk to that are on the same level as you, that give you ideas, that sort of stuff, if you get what I mean. And we do have a really good community on YouTube of people that are interested and, you know, just make you feel justified in what you're doing a little bit. So I think, yeah, and I do get excited. I remember the first video I ever watched on YouTube, the first vlog video I ever watched on YouTube, I'm sure it was Kim from Blue Cherub 82. And I was like, Kim was the reason that I did the first hippo that I did, because I see the giraffe that she did, or was it a dinosaur? Like, I'd seen a couple of Heidi Bear's stuff that Kim had done. I was like, oh, I like that, but would I be able to do it? And then I found the pattern and I did it. And then from Kim, I found Jan. From Jan, I found Kelly and Karen. And it's just like, it's gone on and on and on. And I just feel like everyone helps everyone. We're all there for each other. We can all give advice if we're not sure about something. And that's something that I haven't got within a close circle of friends, because I can't go and speak to my friend and say, oh, well, this hook doesn't work properly, or this stitch isn't working for me, because they would have no clue what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's basically why I started my YouTube channel. What is your favourite type of project to make? That is hard. I would say, because I've made more of these than anything else, I think my favourite type of project to make is probably baby blankets. I've done so many. I've got so, it's really bad actually. It's everyone that I know that has a baby gets a blanket. And that's one thing, everyone's always having babies. I need to stop knowing people really, so that I don't have to do so much work. As I said, my sister's pregnant, so I've got to make something for her. Another one of my friends not long gave birth to twins. I've still got to make something for them. So yeah, baby, I do like making baby stuff because it's so cute, so cute. It makes me broody. No, don't worry, I'm not doing that. Paid my debt to society. My two are nearly grown, nearly moved out. And that's nice for me. Do members of your family crochet or other similar crafts? Yes. As I said, my nan was a knitter, my auntie's a knitter, my mum's a knitter and a crocheter. All of my sisters can knit, and one of my sisters can crochet quite comfortably. Well, I say well, she can crochet to a point. When she gets stuck, she does message me and say, oh, I can't do this one, what do you do? But yeah, they can all knit. My son can knit and crochet, my younger son that is. I have been trying to egg my little nieces into it. They have got their own knitting needles here. So from time to time, if they sleep over and they're bored, they've got their own yarn, their own needles. They sit there and they're just try and do what they're doing and have a play around. So I'm trying to get them in there from early. So other than that, no. I think that's it family-wise. So yeah, that's basically it. If you would have been watching me from the very beginning, you would know all the answers to these already, because I did do a video at the beginning explaining how I got into crochet and everything. So yeah, if you want to reply to these questions, you can do. I will say them again so that you have them, so you can write them down clearly. Question 1 is, how long have you been crocheting? Question 2 is, how did you learn, or who taught you to crochet? Question 3, why did you start making YouTube videos? Question 4, what is your favourite type of project to make? And question 5, do members of your family crochet or other similar crafts? If you are watching me and you're not a crocheter, you can replace the word crochet with knitting or knit. So if you're a knitter, these questions still apply to you. So yeah, make sure you do your videos and you put them up so everyone can find out a little bit more about how you started in the world of yarn. And yeah, so I have managed to do 2 videos today. One is for the small yarn creators, well, hashtag small yarn creators video. I've done that, that will be going up, and then after that this will be going up, and then I've got to plan how I'm going to do a mini tutorial on how to do the virus stroke granny. So I have got a lot of things to do, really, haven't I? Don't make things easy on myself. Kim had just finished the Rings of Change blanket. It looks absolutely humongous. I do look at it and it is actually beautiful, really beautiful. The amount of stitches that it has in it, you're just like, ugh, I know what I'm like. And it got to like round 30, I would have got bored. But it must take you a while to do a round. If you think about when it gets that big, it is absolutely massive. It's bigger than Kim. That's how big it is. But yeah, I would like to make them, but I think I would get bored quite easy of it, and it'd be something that would end up being parked. So, don't know. But yeah, I've managed to do a video. Oh, he's up. Managed to do a whole video without no barking for this video. He barked in the last one. It's not been too bad. They're being okay lately. They're tired, I think. It's a hard life being a dog. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say. So yeah, keep a lookout. Remember, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Katrina Creation on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram, which is catcat_82. I'm on Google Hangouts as well. Still haven't got no friends on there. I still don't know how to use it. Which is Katrina's Creations as well. Where else am I? YouTube, Katrina's Creations, as you already know. Yeah, I think that's about it really. So you can find me in any of those places if you want to. But I will be trying to keep busy this week and getting some more bits done. I need to try and use up this yarn because I shouldn't have bought it already. Look, it's not even, what was the date yesterday? The 3rd of Feb. Was it the 3rd of Feb? No, it was the 4th of Feb. Just over a month into the new year and I already bought yarn. Terrible. Actually terrible. And I'm sure that's the second time, yeah. Because the first time was... Spoke too soon, he's already barking, see. First time was the yarn I got from Purple Linda, which was the James C. Brett Marble DK. I'm not doing too great, am I, guys? But yeah, that's it, no more. I say that and then my birthday's next month and I'm like, oh, I'll get myself a birthday present. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going because I need to go and sort out dinner. I need to clean up a bit and I want to get started on something new. So anyway, I'm off. Make sure you take care of yourself, everyone. If you can't be good, then be naughty. I was going to say something else, but no. And make sure you carry on crafting and making loads of lovely little things. So until my next video, which hopefully will be either this time next week, or there might be one in a week, depending if I've got anything finished to show you. So until then, happy crafting, guys, and take care of yourselves. Bye.